Like I said, we had the review. It was really, really good, to be honest. So I'm really, really happy with what you guys have done. So, and I can see the progressions from sprint 0 to sprint 1. I can see a lot of people now talking in technical terms, presenting with confidence, which I think is really, really good. So well done for that. Yeah. So I will go through this. A disclaimer, sorry. When I do a review, I don't know who you are, to be honest. So just bear that in mind. So, and doesn't matter who you are, whether you are close to me or you're not. I know you physically or I don't know you. I cannot do the review based on what you've presented. Okay. So please, I just did that with open mind anyway. So yeah. All right. So I would go with the first person. Ada Olisa Okafor, right? Ada Olisa Okafor. It was a confident pitch, so well done for that. So, and you only it was really really good anyway. So, and with a lot of screenshots about what you did in Chatham's, which I think is good anyway. So, and also with a lot of artifact that you also added within the sprint and also within Tableau. I kind of love it anyway. So, which I think is really really good, right? All the effort that you put in there, and even the plots, the charts, they are really, really good. Anyway, it shows that you've actually mastered it on what you've done in Tableau, and which I think is really good. I love those charts anyway, and I can see those charts actually represented what I was looking for within that. And so, but one thing I want to say about the pitch, right? Even though the pitch was good, right? But I would say that um you could do better by owning it, right? So yeah, I think this applies to a lot of people, right, that were reading, right? So even though you are reading, so I think it should show in your voice that it is you, right? So because you don't, even when recruiter calls you, you don't want to sound as if you are reading a script anyway. So that's one thing I can say to you. But except from that, it was really, really good. And to be honest, for me, the highlight of this presentation actually will be your table, right? The SQL one, isn't it? So, and the example that you put in there, explaining different joins and everything. So, which I think is really, really good. As a DA, you won't escape from that anyway. And explaining how left join, right join, middle join, which I think I can see you've really done a lot on that one. So well done on that. Is really, really, really good. So, and so that is really, really good. Well done, Ada Olisa. So okay, all right. So the next person is Ayobami. Ayobami, and yeah, so it's another great one as well, actually. So, and I'm not sure whether you are a slow talker or because it seems you are taking your time, but sometimes people can uh, think it's lack of confidence or something like that, but just bear that in mind. But it was really, really good. And also, one thing that I want to say as a form of feedback is for you, I would start with a degree, right? So then move to experience. So within that, anyway, as I'm putting at the back, do you get it now? So that's one thing I would do. I love the uh yeah, I love the presentation anyway. So everything that you put in there, even the tools that you've used. And though I did not ask for skills that was learned because I know those ones, right? So I'm particular about what you've done, but this is also a great one. I love the details about what you did in Chatterns, which is good anyway. But one thing that you also need to beware about, which is as a DA, is very, very important. Very, very important is the pronunciation of the word SQL, right? It is not SQL, okay? It's SQL. if you are also not mixing that up, because it's possible, and you just say SQL, they allow you to call it SQL or SQL, right? This is very, very important. I work with someone, a developer, over, I think it was 5 years or 7 years ago. I can't even forget the guy. So there's a particular tool that we use. It's called Scala, right? So, and this person is a senior developer. He came in as a senior developer. At a point, he was calling the tools Scala. You know, what people know is Scala, but this tool was called Scala anyway. So at the point, you will say Scala, he will say Scala, he will say Scala, but I don't know. Within a few months, I just found out it was no more, because it was just obvious that, I think Bola also mentioned that, and as well as Uzo, if you are working on a particular tool, you should know how to pronounce it, because everyone around you will have pronounced it anyway. So it's very, very important anyway. So, but except from that, I think you've actually, yeah, give us a good show about, yeah, the tools. And also I like the article that you submitted. I like the one with the clustering, actually, because that is a bit technical, right? So which is technical more than the other thing that other people might have done anyway. So, and which yeah, well done on that. And also the dashboard for Power BI was also good, because most people will focus on what's it called, on Tableau, leaving Power BI, because Power BI is a bit advanced anyway, but you kind of mix everything together. So well done on that as well. So Ayobami, that is good. Okay. All right. So, and Ibere Oga. So though a shaky start anyway. So, and but at the end you picked up on from there. So which I think is good that you are able to do that. So one thing I want you to please note, right? You are not a data analysis. Yeah, okay. You are a data analyst. Okay, yeah, data analysis is a study is a study, right? So but the person that is doing the study or doing the role is called a data analyst. I think you kind of mix that. I don't know whether it's basically tension or something like that, but of course, which I know that you know that you're a data analyst, but there's some bit of slip of tongues in there anyway. Just need to, yeah, make sure that, yeah, you own your presentation. That is fine. So, and another thing in your presentation, because you said 3 months experience, I would remove that 3 months, right? Because it's so short anyway. So instead of saying 3 months, I would just say with experience in data analysis, removing the number of months. Do you get it now? And one thing I know, I will mention it, there's someone that I like is the pitch, right? Even though this person has got less in the IT space, he said, I've got 18 years experience. It doesn't say which experience, whether it's a care or is anything. So that's another thing to wrap this number, throw the number out. You are not saying I've got 15 years experience in IT, but I've got a total of 15 years experience, yeah, or working experience. But then you just leave the one with the IT anyway. So that's another thing. So I'll just say feedback to everybody anyway. So yeah, so well done on that, even though there was a bit of network issue along the line. I'm not sure what's from my end or your end, but I love the chart as well, so which I think is good. I love the details in the chart anyway. With the Excel chart, I think it shows that you've kind of mastered that anyway. So yeah, so I think that is your strong area. So, and SQL was also good as well. So I love the fact that you are able to show that anyway. And yeah, so yeah, pronunciation of SQL is another thing that you also need to also watch out for as well anyway. So, and yeah, so Power BI is also is good anyway. So well done on that aspect. Yeah. So okay. So okay, 1 minute. So that's a very Okay. Next person is Soliu Muslima Temin Lulua. Okay. And yeah, okay. All right. So yeah. Okay. I'll be talking about this pronunciation anyway. So pivot table, right? I think you kind of got that wrong. Yeah, I think you are saying like pivot table or something like that. I'm not sure that you're American. Maybe American might call it pivot. I don't know what they call it here. But here in the UK, it's pivot table, right? So if you are in America, maybe yeah, maybe it might be pivot for them anyway. But just bear that in mind. So and except from that, the starting was good. And even though the presentation could have been improved a little, right, from visualization point of view, but except from that, in terms of the content, you put a lot of content there, which I think was really, really good. Another thing that you also need to look out for is the formulas. Some of the formulas are in capital letter, not in lowercase or something like that. So you need to watch out for that anyway. So yeah. So okay. So and okay. All right. So someone was putting the chat that oh I get my feedback today with the level I'm going. Maybe they're thinking that, okay, yeah, I just need to take my time. I won't to rush. Hopefully I get to cover everything today. So I'm not going to rush anything anyway. So I will take my time. Hopefully we're able to finish that today. I've got 2 hours anyway, hopefully. So, okay. And okay. All right. So, okay. All right. So, I would say that this is a very great presentation, except if I remove the fact that, yeah, the visualization in terms of PowerPoint could be improved, but in terms of content and how you kind of delivered it was really, really good. I like the calculation module with DAX anyway, which is because those areas are technical and some people will run away from it anyway. When you get to DAX, calculating measures, calculating columns, it's not what people want to talk about. And you actually took that and you are able to present that anyway. And also you also did the analysis of your PBIs as well. So which I think is really, really good anyway. So and yeah, Power BI is one of the strong area that people run away from, but because yeah, SQL, SL and everything as a DA, it's fine. We've already mastered it, but you have shown that yeah, I'm also an expert in Power BI as well. Anyway, so I would say well done on that aspect anyway. So this is also very good as well. Okay. So next person is Sarah. Okay. Sarah Alabi. Okay. So, and this is one of when we first started, I think this is one of the best I saw actually. So, and which I want to say well done on that. Presentation wise, delivery wise as well. Anyway, so a very succinct about me. But I think even though it's short, I can see some of the tools in there, but because I know you've actually kind of sell yourself short. Do you get it now? Right. From what I can see in there, if this is what you would say to a recruiter, you've actually kind of sell yourself short. So please bear that in mind that you might need to work on that about me, expand on it more, right? So if that is okay. But except from that, in terms of delivery, it was good, it was okay. But I think that you could do more in that aspect anyway. So okay. So, and also, yes, the tools, I like the layout. I like how you put the tools, the SQL, Excel, Power BI, and Tableau and everything. It was really a great presentation in that aspect. And so, and also the Excel. So in terms of the Excel, so you actually highlighted some part of it. So next time, please don't highlight, right? You can put a box around it so that it shows it. So you just make it more presentable, right? If you don't mind anyway. So, but I think the presentation was okay anyway. So, and okay. And the same thing apply to your SQL tax as well anyway. So, but one thing that I can say actually stood out for you, right, is explanation about the steps. Do you get it now? You took your time to explain the step, and you also actually strike a good chord in that aspect. So, which I think it's really, really good. So well done on that aspect. Yeah. So, and the Power BI was also good as well. So, but one thing that I want you to bear in mind is when you do your screenshot, let it be a screenshot that people can see. For instance, the one with the Power BI is, yeah, the name is not that visible, but we can, it's manageable anyway. But except from that, I think it's really great one. I really love it as well. So, and because yeah, it's even the artifacts were a lot. You've added a lot of artifacts compared to other people as well. So it's one of the strongest one I have seen at the beginning anyway. So not only that you show your data part, also you also show a brief of the Azure DevOps as well, and also the glossary rather. So which I think is really, really good anyway. So well done on that aspect. Yeah, impressive. Yeah. So I'm going to Olamiji. Um, so you've got great content there, I would say. So yeah, one thing I want to say before I leave here, right? I really don't know, right? This particular word, ADEPT, adept, it's always common every CV, every, and most people will put it on it. I don't know. So I would say that if you can run away from it anyway, because it's so common. Yeah. So that particular word, people just put it every time like that. So I would, if I want to do my CV, I wouldn't use it at all anyway. So because you see, it's so common. Yeah. So okay, and like I said, yeah, you've got great content there. I like not only that great representation about the Excel, I like on the content in there anyways, all those things that you've been able to do. And not only that, you showed us how it's done as well. So with examples, and to be honest, I kind of love this one anyway. So, and then moving to Tableau, I like the presentation. Yeah. So but one thing that I want you to beware about is, and I think that a bit of what you've learned, to be honest, I was looking for something that you've done more, right? Not what you've learned. Do you get it now? And even those screenshots should be your screenshots as well anyway. So those are the things that I am looking for anyway, not what is been done in the class or screenshots in the class anyway. So but to be honest, it was good presentation anyway. So and I kind of like it anyway. So and okay, so I think yeah, so the law of length, and also yeah, chatans and not shaitan, or also yeah, in terms of pronunciation of the word. So and yeah, so well done on that aspect. So it was a great one, but I think this could be improved in terms of presentation, but the content were good anyway. So except from the fact that yeah, going to a later part when you are mentioning what you've learned instead of what you've done anyway. So if that's also so okay. So next person, Bode, Sogbonjaye, Bode. Okay. So yeah, so I put on my notes. Yeah, actually, maybe I'll read it here. So after your please meet me, right? That's what you called it. Please meet me. After that, I put on my note the best profile so far. So far means yeah, at that particular time anyway. So I want to say, yeah, well done on that profile. So he was really, really good anyway. So one thing that I want to say, so if this is going to be your profile in your CV, I would say it's a little too much, right? So because you got like 4 paragraphs, right? I would say 2 paragraphs. Yeah. So if you can see, yeah, let's say, yeah, maybe 12 lines of yeah, so you can convert it together anyway. But it was good anyway. But another thing about profile summary, this applies to everybody, please do listen. A good profile summary should not have pronouns inside, right? You should not use I. Do you get it now? For a good pronoun, right? So for instance, a meticulous blah blah blah, okay, background in blah blah blah. No, I have, I do, I am. So instead of saying I am passionate, you say passionate about. So you remove that pronoun from it anyway. That would be uh, a good profile summary if that's okay. So, but yeah, but one thing that also said is that you also delivered it very well anyway. So you went through it and you are able to deliver it very well. So worked on that aspect. I really love that. So and yeah, it's same thing. Maybe you copy the last person. Pivot table, pivot also. You need to watch out for the pronunciation of that particular word, pivot. Okay. So and okay, so select. Okay, so and also, yeah, within the SQL, right? There are different commands, okay, right? But you actually said that select is a key, select key. Select is not a key, it's a command, it's a SQL command, okay? Just bear that in mind. All those select from where, yeah, all those are SQL commands. They are not keys, okay? We just need to bear that in mind. So I love the inner join. You showed us an example of that and explain it, which I think is good. Yeah. So and and also yeah, the Tableau was also good as well. So well done on that aspect. So and the Excel as well. So yeah. So of course, like I said, yeah, I was not interested in lesson it, but it's okay anyway. But you've added a lot of screenshots of what was done, which I think that one I was really, really, really impressed, right? Because it shows for me, I was able to see what you've done, which I think that are really, really great stuff. Anyway, so because you actually put a lot of those screenshots in there to show that you've done very well. So I will say, yeah, so well done on that aspect. So yeah. So going on, I would then go to Paradise. Paradise, okay? So, and yeah, so I think you kind of catch my attention at the beginning, right? When you say, oh, I want to show you why I should be hired as a data analyst. I say, yes, this one I'm talking about actually was like great introduction, right? Very great one anyway. So, and not only that, yeah, you now went to summarize who you are, why you should hire you, right? Yeah, and you went through your previous experience in sustainability, great delivery, shows how you can leverage on your previous experience and also aligns it with your role, which I think is good. It shows that you can know how to now marry them together, which I think is good. So, and yeah, and some words that you actually said that actually struck a chord between me, which I think if I'm a recruiter, I say, hey, this person is good, right? Like I know that times are changing and blah blah blah. that I took the Google DA course in that. So which I think that really, really good. It shows that you are growing and you also know the time that we are in as well. So which I think that are really, really good anyway. So well done on the chant answers. But one thing that would kind of let you down is those screenshots from chat answers. Actually, they are not as clear as I want them to be anyway. So because then I could be able to give you feedback based on what you've done in there. So, but they are really not clear anyway. So, and that also applies to some of the screenshot that you added in Tableau as well. Yeah. So, but the little I can see from there, I think they are really, really good as well. So, and the Excel pivot table was good as well. So, and okay, the interview questions. Anyway. So yeah, and also the SQL select. Okay, well, I like the fact that yeah, like I mentioned before now, it's a select command, but you actually said select command, and yeah, and not only that, yeah, select command and a where clause, right? Because it's very, very important to know that select is a command and where is a clause anyway. So which I think is really, really good that you know the distinction between those two anyway. So well done on that aspect. So this is a very superb presentation, and I think you should be proud of yourself anyway. So and that is really, really good anyway. So and I'm really, really happy with this anyway. So I'll say, yeah. So okay. So the next person, Oluwadami Oyindamola Odunsi. Okay. Yeah. So in your pitch or profile statement, because I will kind of classify this as a profile statement, is a lot actually. So, and to be honest, like I said, no, I will classify this as your elevator pitch, not a profile statement, because it's more than a page or thereabout. So you wouldn't do that as a profile statement anyway. So profile statement should be at least 2 paragraphs. That's fine. But having said that, so in terms of the content, there are a lot of things in there. It's very, very weighty, meaty, right? So, and I can say well done on that aspect. So, and the content were good, right? So, a lot of buzzword that you've added, so which I think is really, really great. So, if you can master this going for an interview, it will really, really be good. But one thing in terms of presentation, I want you to own it, right? I want you to say, this is mine, right? I want you to also believe is one thing that you can deliver as well. So from how you actually give the pitch, this is very, very important. So moving on to the chat and so yeah, what you presented were good in terms of the blogs that you wrote. I love uh the installation of the setup of SSMS from scratch, which I think is good anyway. So well done on that aspect. So yeah, and the sequel was also good as well. So and I really love that. So as well as Tableau. For yeah, I think there's no. I thought there was but in my note, but I actually put the great artifact that you actually presented. So and which I think is really, really good. So well done on that aspect. So yeah, I think it was also a great presentation as well. So well done. Okay, so Abisola or Debumi Abisola. So, and on my notes, to be honest, I just say, wow, this was an excellent pitch, actually. So, to be honest, it was that good that I had to put that comment in on my notes. So, in terms of, I think even not only that is the fact that I'm not sure you are reading it from your end, but on the pitch, on the screen, we cannot see anything anyway. So, and you actually deliver it right from the art. Do you get it now? And it's like when you go for like a TED Talk show and you deliver, people give you standing ovation. That is what you did anyway. So I'm really, really impressed with that. So, and I think it's something that you should be proud of. So if you can do that, you just need to master it and continually, yeah, practice that and deliver it during the interview anyway. So that, to be honest, I really love that anyway. So well done. So, and yeah, so moving on, yeah. So your process map, right? I don't like it, to be honest. I think the reason I will tell you, right? Process map, you don't put colors. That's another thing, right? One, no colors. It's just to be black and white, right? The only colors that should be there will be the start, maybe green for the start. Then the end can be red. Except from that, it should be black and white. Do you get it now? So this is the standard anyway. Then also the diamond, anyway, you just put an X there. I don't know why. Diamond should be like a decision, is a decision, right? You need to put a question inside the box, right? No X, right? Because the question is answering yes or no. Is this a drink? Or am I having a drink? Or am I grabbing a snack? Do you get it now? You want to, yeah, put that in there. So that's very, very important. Except from that, the other contents were good anyway. So dealing with difficult orders and everything, right? Yeah, so I love that part anyway, how to identify the role of a difficult stakeholder. So yeah. And yeah, while you were actually uh doing that presentation, I was thinking that at the point I was like, okay, dealing with difficult stakeholder, she's going to mention racing matrix, but unfortunately it did not mention that. I was like, that should be another way anyway. So but yeah, but it was a good show anyway. So but well done. So then also moving to the second part of the process map, yeah, which is better now, right? But the only thing that I can say, right, in this process map, the second one that you did, right, which has got a lot of connection, if you know that what I'm saying. So is the fact that one diamond, right, when you have a diamond, right, it has to have one input and at least two outputs. If it's not having at least two output, then it's not supposed to be a diamond. It's very, very important because the diamond is like a yes or no or if statement. Do you get it now? So, and if there is no true or false, there's no yes or no, it's only one way out, then it is not going to be a diamond. And also bear in mind as well, sir, because one you actually did one that's got two outputs, but eventually the two outputs actually came out from the same source, from the same mouth, right? It is not done that way, right? So you have to put the two outputs to come out from different parts. I will show you quickly what I mean because this is very, very important anyway. So let me share my screen, yeah, quickly. So a good example is this one. Okay, if you can see my screen, right? So for instance, this applies to most people anyway. So this one should not be a diamond because it's got one input and it's got one output. So technically, this should be a process, right? So the same way, right, is this one. This one should be a process as well. But however, this is a good one, right? Because it's got the one input coming in, even at least if it's okay, even it's got two input, that is fine. But the major point is it's got two outputs coming out, right? So which I think it's okay to have it as a diamond, right? As a decision, right? So, but here now, which I think will have been good, right? Because you have one input coming in, right? And you have one output coming out, but then you split the output, right? Which I think for me may not make sense, right? It should have been one leaving to the top and moving there, another one moving there. So that will make it a good decision, right? So if you can make that corrections anyway, that's fine. But like I said, this bit also, I think, yeah, it shouldn't be the circle. It should be a question inside that, because it will not be yes or no or something like that anyway. So just bear that in mind. Okay. Okay, all right. So that is that anyway. So, but well done. That was good. It's a confident presentation. So, and I love it as well. So, and I can say well done on what you've done in terms of presenting that. Yeah, well done. So, okay. So, next person is Adejoke Adeshina, right? So yeah, so initially when you first started, and I thought, oh, I love this process map, but eventually I kind of then start to see the process map everywhere. So I now say, okay, this is not the process map that I was individually done by yourself. Anyway, maybe it was done as a group and everything, but this is a individual presentation. The purpose of doing this is for me to be able to give you a feedback on what you've done anyway. But however, even of course is a group work anyway, but the process map for Long Reach Way was good anyway. So you guys, and not the major things, like hopefully you guys understood the sub processes that you added into it anyway, which I think is good, because otherwise if you did not add the sub process, right, the process map would be fuller than that anyway. But having the sub process inside, then you can do the sub process in a different process map, which I think is okay. But well done on that aspect anyway. So okay. And yeah, you added artifact about the wireframes, and also you added about the PBIs as well. Then I started enjoying what you are presenting, right? And eventually it just told me, eventually what you just said is like, oh, the end. And I said, it cannot be the end after you kind of have already been salivating on what you are bringing next anyway. So I think this could be improved anyway. So, but I would let this one slide. Initially, I would not have, even to be honest, but what you've done is like average anyway, but I know it could be improved, but I will still accept anyway. So which I think is okay. And yeah, so but if you can, I would advise that you also kind of do more, if that's okay anyway. So next person is Adejoke. So Adejoke, okay. So yes, from what you presented, yeah, I would say that uh the contents were okay, but the delivery, I've got issues with that anyway. So I would say that yeah, you need to work on your presentation skill if you don't mind anyway. So, and in terms of that, as a BA, you might be doing some presentation anyway. So, but yeah, so lot of reading there and there anyway. So even the PowerPoint is a bit faint. The screenshots are fainted anyway. So, and not only that, the process map screenshot. Yeah, I don't know where they're from, but I was looking for original work anyway. So yeah, no screenshot from the internet anyway. So yeah, so that would have been better, right? So, and but I like the stakeholder management one anyway, the article, and that was good. And yes, and also the challenges. Yeah, so So on my notes, I added that you should have explained all these challenges before adding solution, right? I've forgotten what my thought was at that particular time anyway. But if I remember, I'll come back to it. But actually, maybe you would understand what I mean by that. So, and when you are writing about the challenges and during requirements gathering and everything. So I just added, I put a comment in there that, yeah, I would prefer that you've explained all the challenges before adding the solution anyway. So, and yeah, I love the SWOT analysis anyway, which is good. But to be honest, there's nothing stopping you from doing whether pursue or pest or SWOT analysis on the particular project that you're working on. Do you get it now? And now, to be honest, it would really make a lot of sense, right? If you have done it on the project, do you get it now? Rather than, yeah, putting a screenshot from somewhere anyway. Even if you want, yeah, I think it's also good for you to even create your own, right? So, which I think it would really be good if you had done that anyway. So, and yeah, and also the 5 forces module as well. So, which I think is good. So, and so, but yeah, I just say, okay, this is an okay presentation, right? Because eventually you pick up the tempo, right, of the presentation, which I think it is good. So I would say well done on that aspect. But the beginning was a bit all over the place, but at the end, you actually kind of pick up, right? So I would say that's a advice. Maybe you need to do this more often, okay? So, and yeah, if you want to come into advance, I think it's somewhere you would have opportunity to brush yourself up every time you do that presentation. You need to do this because I believe that you have it in you, but you just need to bring it out because eventually at the end, you brought a lot out, which you did not bring in at the beginning of the presentation anyway. So next person is Aderemi Kadri, right? So, okay. So even though I didn't see you, right, but I put there, I love your composure, right? Maybe you are standing or you are sitting, but I love how the tempo of your pitch, right? And as well as how you use your expression anyway. So which I think is really good. So even though there's some pauses here and there, or it is good, but the only thing is like, yeah, if you can, less reading will be good, right? But it's good anyway. I would say so. Well done on that aspect, and also the content is good as well. A lot of I can see a lot of things that I wanted. You were talking about um uh what you've done and what you've accomplished. You are also who you work with as well, anyway, as a BA and the experience that you brought in as a relationship executive as well. So, which I think is really good to actually get that transferable skills to and also portray that as well. So, well done. And not only that, you mentioned your leadership experience as well, anyway, which I think is really good to have that. So yeah, and yeah, this is important for everybody. And there, I know even my mentors, when I say apologies, I actually was speaking. So I was talking to someone. I said, my mentors do this. When you know, who's your mentor? Of course, when I talk about mentor, I mean mentors on this uh, platform, right? Which technically they are my mentees now anyway, but on this platform they are mentors because I still mentor them anyway. So the mentors on this platform sometimes use this particular word PSU, and I know you guys are already started using it as well, right? I don't subscribe to it anyway. So, but for instance, even at work, you can use it anyway. But it's like driving, going to uh it's like learning how to drive and you need to pass your driver license. You need to pass your driving test anyway. So there are a lot of things that they will advise you not to do, right? But after you pass, you can do whatever you want to do. Hopefully, you will not lose your license. But one of them is like this acronym DSU. Of course, this is daily stand-up, but I would prefer as a mentee to me or you as an intern to call it fully, right, rather than using the acronyms. Okay. Daily stand-up is daily stand-up, right? So not DSU, right? And in fact, I think it was a report that I actually read that it was also changing, right, from daily stand-up. Anyway, we'll talk about that one later. Anyway, but just to kind of buttress on the fact that please don't use the acronym, use the full one anyway. So this is not only Aderemi, I think is everybody. And also, talking about Aderemi as well, right? So I'm not sure what you put in your CV, right? So Aderemi is okay, but I don't know whether you put the shortened version on your CV or you put a lot on So if you put the full name, I would recommend that you actually use the shortened version if that's fine anyway, but that's a different discussion for another day. So I was so impressed by your work ethic and number of user stories that you've written, right? 14 user stories you mentioned, right? That is impressive. Not only that, you actually laid it out on the one that you did, you put which I think is good. It shows that when you go for interview, you'll be talking about them, you know them, you create a report about them, which I think is good. Not like, oh, you only know the 14, but you don't know what they are. So I can say well done on that aspect. You is good. And you also showed us also in the screenshot about them with wireframes and everything, which I think is really, really good. One thing I want to say, just to make your your user use cases, no, sorry, acceptance criteria rather, to be a pretty. Also try to use more of the bold the keywords, like the giving, when, and the end, and it's a good practice because it just shows the keyword will stand out anyway. So if you can anyway, so so if you can do that, okay. And the artifacts, okay, initially when I saw the artifact about the process map, I said, okay, this is good anyway. But of course, I found out it's a general one because I can see it in the other part anyway. So the process map is good anyway. So well done on that aspect. Yeah, okay. So and okay. And I think, so all these are fine. The racing matrix and the light and what you added to Chatans is good as well. So, and so this is also a great one anyway. So well done on that aspect. So, yeah. So next person is Faith. Faith. Okay. So great delivery in terms of what you delivered was really, really good anyway. So I like it. And not only that, I like the how you kind of put your tools in there. You put a lot of keywords and buzzwords. And to be honest, and this profile summary is really, really, really great. Actually, it's great. And not only that, it could pass as your pitch and as well as a professional summary, to be honest. So just to be honest, what I do sometimes quickly when you have an interview, just read your professional summary because that will give you a good start actually. And they say, tell me about yourself quickly. You've man. The only thing that I want to say is when the beginning, of professional summary, right? You don't need to put your name, right? I will just, instead of saying my name is Faith, blah blah, if it's a professional summary, you will start with a skilled and dedicated BA and leave the my name is. So that's what you need to do, right? So, and another thing that I want to say, if is an elevator pitch or a pitch to the recruiter, right? So yes, of course, you can talk about your name anyway. So yeah. And in terms of elevator pitch, I remember something quickly I want to share with you. I was at an event on Saturday, right? I met someone, right? Maybe I think I shared it. So, and the person was telling me, I was in your program. I did the QA. No, I did a BA actually, and then I now work right now. And he was now telling me that, you know, one of the things that's so important that I learned on your program, that even in my interview, was the elevator pitch. Because in the interview that I went for, the first thing they thought, okay, do a pitch for us. They now have to ask him which type of pitch and everything. But he said the elevator pitch was really, really on point because he was prepared for it, and he was able to kind of give it to them, bam, like that. So please, yeah, I would say, if for anyone, right, if you have not mastered your elevator pitch, please ensure that you do that. Yeah, master that pitch is very, very important. Okay. So yeah, so one thing that I want to say, okay, I'm not sure whether, yeah, this is now coming back to Faith now. I'm not sure whether you need to be saying I'm rounding up a 3 month internship business, blah blah blah. That is not relevant, or I don't know the purpose that you added it, and also the topic covered. That is not what I asked for anyway. So, but the major one is the one that you put at the top, which is the professional summary, which I think I like anyway. So then moving on to other artifacts that you've added, so which I think that really, really good as well. Then Visio, yeah, and setup of Microsoft Visio, which you actually kind of laid out very well, which I think is good anyway. So yeah, the articles were good anyway, so well done on that aspect. So yeah, I really love the presentation. It was a great one. Well done on that aspect. Yeah. So coming to the
Thank you
next
very
person.
much, Deji.
Yeah, no worries. Coming to the next person is Folusha. Okay. Folusha Ayola. So yeah, I said this is a bold delivery. Okay. So, and which I think is like, even though it started slowly, but it's a slow and steady pitch actually. So, and I can say this is good. So it started slowly and then it picked up. But of course, you just need to watch it anyway sometime. So when you started slowly like that, you might have lost some people and they've just kind of, yeah, get it, yeah. So, but one thing that is really, really important in your um articles, right? BAs, right? You say as BAs, right? You wrote B and lower capital B and lowercase a and s. So of course it has to be capital A, capital B, capital A, because it's a business analyst anyway. So it's very, very important to, yeah, for that, because those tiny things, yeah, really, really go, they go a long way anyway. So yeah. So okay, and except from that, the other part of the articles are fine, are okay. So from what I can see, so we're done on that aspect. So hold on, I think. Okay, hold on. I might have. Hold on, bear with me. I think I've jumped some people. Yeah, so my cool. Thank you so much. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so in time, yeah, well, with Folusha anyway. So well done. Yeah, like I said, it was a bold and yeah, a steady pitch one anyway. So I've talked about your articles. Yeah. So I think I'm not sure. I put a comment here, Longreach, right? I don't know whether the pronunciation of that was wrong, even though I know someone was mentioning Longreach Iwe. I'm not sure it's yours and is you are the person anyway. So, but I put a comment there, long reach. I'm not sure. So, but having said that, yeah. So the process map that you added actually looks okay, but I'm not sure whether it's what you did, but if it's what you did, I think it looks good anyway. I love it anyway. It was, but yeah, I'm not sure anyway. Hopefully it's not a screen grab of something, but it's actually a good one. So well done on that aspect. So yeah, and you added the PPIs that you did as well, so which I think is good, and also mind map, which I think, yeah, so well done on that aspect. Yeah, I think, yeah, this is a great one anyway. Okay. All right. So, okay. All right. I get that now. So there's a comment that I put anyway in one of the process map as well. You did not use the diamond uh in a good way, right? So I think the same thing I showed to the last person, so which I'm going to show that quickly. So okay, so here now you can see here. So this is good actually, right? When you put the diamond there, login, right? So which even in some cases you have to be login question mark. So you got two output, which is good, right? So register, right? So if you register, where does it go to? It goes to back. If you do not register, what happens? So you only put one. So which I think this is, I don't subscribe to that one, right? So and this one, right, is coming out and is going in. So and it's got two outputs, right? But no input at all. So this is technically a dead end, right? Nothing is coming in. I don't think your process will come into this place, right? If it comes here, right, this is a dead end. If it comes here, it's a dead end. If it comes here, it's a dead end, right? So technically, your process ends here. Otherwise, it comes here and it cannot go up anyway. It only goes down. So technically, you're going to log in and log out. So you need to watch that this is not, yeah, this needs to be improved anyway as a process map. I think when you go through your process map, just go, yeah, go through it as you are walking through it through the arrows, right? For okay, if I go through it, this because you cannot go here and go out because this one is saying it's entering. So nothing is going out anyway. So the major thing is here. And also, if you have to go out, you need to kind of then go and then put this one in, right? So you need to kind of amend this one anyway. So if you can, okay. So except from that, I think it's a good one as well. Anyway, of course, I would just give that feedback so that you get better in that aspect. So, but well done. I'm actually impressed about that. So next person is Gladys. Gladys, okay. So for Gladys, in my comment, I said I like the achievement part that is added in your pitch, which I think is good because you went and you put those achievements to say, oh, I achieved 90% of user satisfaction. I was able to reduce classroom disruption by 40%. I like that, but uh, I want you to own it because then you were just kind of reading some of them anyway. So yeah, so if you can, yeah, do a bit of practice and yeah, own your presentation, okay? And then you can, yeah, I think was good because you have what I want in the in the pitch, which is good anyway. You just need to now say it convincingly to whoever you want to say it to. Do you get it now? So that's what I'm expecting you to do anyway. So aside from that, the other reports are good, okay? So and this what is good, yeah. So something that I want to correct, right? Maybe it's a slip of tongue. Hopefully it is, right? You actually said processing map, right? Please, there's nothing like that. It's process map, okay? It's not processing map, okay? Oh, what's that? I like the fact that, yeah, you've actually done a lot, okay? 10 user stories written, which I think it's really good, okay? So well done on that aspect. I love that work ethic anyway. So and so the only thing is your use case is too busy, right? So and even though it's not legible, but it's too busy, right? Too busy because use case is use case, right? How many use case do you need to have? So I get the fact that you have like 4 actors, right? But the 4 actors are performing a lot of things. Maybe you should have combined the functions into different parts, okay? So, but it just makes the use case to be choked, right, and too busy. So if you can make corrections on that, that will be good. So just make it legible anyway. So okay, and the process map as well. So that was good. Even though, okay, okay. I think it's okay. It's the same process map that was done before anyway. So well done on that aspect. You added the other artifacts as well. So yeah, I think this is also a good one anyway. So well done on that. Yeah. So and summer internship. Okay, the next person is Damilola. Damilola. No, sorry, Damisola. Damisola. Okay, Damisola. So okay, I think this is one of the best one as well. Anyway, so yeah, so and I like it as well. As you actually stood out to present, right? And not only that, you spoke about your BA role, you also spoke about your capacity as a Scrum Master, and also talk about your achievements as well, which I think is good. And the pitch is wonderful, right? So well done on that. I think you kind of ace this particular pitch, I would say. So this is one of the best pitch, I would say. So well done on that aspect. So and you also listed the tasks that you also did as well, and also the short terms as well. So well done on that. So did 8 PBIs, which I think is good. Even though, to be honest, more this is the thing. Maybe in the next internship, I'm only giving myself feedback as well to say, is 8 okay? Because one, you have almost like 7 sprints, right? Because this is 7 sprints. Sprint 6 is a 7 sprints anyway. So let's say 5 sprints, okay? Even within 5 sprints, if you do 3 stories in a day, in a no 3 story even within the sprint, everyone should have written 15 PBIs, right? So, but would get better at this anyway. That would be my target. But the fact that even some people are still doing 4 or 5, you did 8, which I think is also inspiring as well. So well done on that aspect. So yeah. So even though I would have prefer more than 8 anyway. So yeah. So but yeah, I think you did more than some other people anyway. So yeah, so well done on that. So another thing is the spelling for Chatterns is not double T, okay? It's one single T. So please bear that in mind. The profile summary, it was good. Yeah, well done. Okay. Oh, sorry. So I've already mentioned that anyway. So yeah. So sorry, skip. And this for yeah for Damilola anyway. So yeah, the table of content and everything was good. Yeah, it was yeah. Like I said, I would prefer more, but it was a great presentation anyway. So well done on that aspect. Yeah. So okay. And next person is Goodness. Goodness. So it was actually Goodness I was talking about that Chatham's is capital is it should be only one T. So bear that in mind anyway. So okay, and okay, the profile summary was good, right? It's brilliant. I love it anyway. So, and I love the fact that you actually put a lot of buzzword. Like I said before, some of them I will not be repeating myself, but please bear that in mind. And when I gave a review, you need to look into your profile summary and change that. Like I said, the pronoun should be removed, and you can do that. But if you are using this as your pitch, it is good actually. So, but for profile summary, it's also good, but it can change, remove the I, remove the mine. Yeah, so those are really, really important. Even though you are reading it, there's some here and there. So please watch it. I also do that anyway. But it's yeah, we all always have these filler word that we use anyway. So, but just bear that in mind that you might need to work on that aspect anyway. So, okay. And well done on the wireframes, the use case, and also the mind map as well. That was good. So, so yeah, this is now important now because one, in the user story, right, that you guys are writing, please bear this in mind. I've seen cases where people put information that should supposed to be in the user story in the additional information, right? I'm going to show this quickly, okay, so that you can see what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's start. Okay, so this is an example because sometimes what happens is like it's sometimes the keyway may leave the additional information not considering it because they will just say, okay, just additional information. But however, you've added it as additional information is okay. But I'm only telling you, sometimes it might be better to add them in the and, right? Because for instance, now if you look at the fact, oh sorry, 1 minute. Okay. So if you look at the fact that this is a then clause, which is good, I must be directed to contact page. And then within that, the contact us button must be clickable. You can just add that as an and contact us button is clickable, right? And the contact page displays the following information, right? And the phone number displayed when checked. So all this can be in the and in the then clauses. Do you get it now? So without even you using additional information. Additional information is used to supply addendum to your to the stories that you created, right? Maybe more information and everything. But these are validation that should be done, right? So which I think you can still put them as an and. Hope that is clear to everybody. This is, I think I've seen several ones like that as well. So please bear that in mind. Before you add it as additional information, ask yourself, can I put it as an and or is it a when? Do you get now? And if you now find out it is actually not, right, it's supposed to only be information that you want to pass across to whoever is reading it, then it is fine. But please don't just put information that should be part of the user story into additional information. Hope that is okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. Except from that, I think the process, yeah, how to create, you also wrote about how to create process map, and you also done the, yeah, great achievements on, I think you deserve an award anyway on Chatterns anyway. So I would kind of, yeah, based on that, because I'm really, really impressed. You are now a an explainer. It shows that you've really, really done a lot on Chatham's. Well done on that aspect. So great achievement. So, and yeah, impressive one anyway. So, and your report is good. So well done. I think this is one of the best as well. So I would impress. Okay. moving on to Ijoma Epo. So yeah, your professional summary is good, meaning good, right? It means after good, there is better, there's also the best, there's excellent as well as, but for now, I'll classify as good, which means that you can still improve it as a professional summary anyway. So, and yes, so, but it's okay, it's a starting point anyway. So I can see some buzzword and everything. So, but even with that, it's something that could fly as well, to be honest. So, but yeah, you don't need to worry about it's okay. So, and the you also added your mind map for your CV, which is good. Like I said, I'm not interested in the training, but you added the training. I love, yeah, you also put your accomplishments within the program. So, which I think is okay anyway. So, and your task, yeah, and yeah. So, yeah, I'll say this is good. Yeah, but I would say, like I said, I'm not interested in the lesson that you learned. Yeah, yeah, I think for this could be more, right? So, you've given me like kind of average like presentation and demo and also the report. So, yeah, uh, mm, yeah, it's in between, to be honest, right? So yeah, is Ijoma, this is yeah. So I will proceed. I will put it as a pass anyway. So, but yeah, this could be improved. Actually, you could improve that anyway. So please review that if you don't mind. Yeah, okay. Next person is Jack. Okay. So I love I love the presentation, right? The PowerPoint itself is good. Actually, when you first showed it, it was really good. And the summary is detailed. Yeah. So, but I would say it will be detailed as a elevator pitch, not for your CV. Okay, bear that in mind if this is what you're going to say as within your elevator pitch, it was good. And not only that, you cannot deliver it excellently, to be honest. So you delivered it excellently, which I think is good, right? And I'm not sure whether you, at a point I'll say, are you reading or not? But the fact that you are able to deliver it excellently, I think kind of, yeah, was good. So well done on that aspect anyway. So, and the only thing, right? So because one way or the other, I think the pitch was okay. That would be the highlight, right? But uh, maybe because I know, yeah, some people I'm expecting more from them, right? And I put them high. You are one of them, but you didn't deliver to my expectation. Do you get it now? Not that you did not deliver very well. Do you get it now? You are one that if I have to say uh, the highest mark is 10, I'm expecting you to get like 11, right? But you didn't get up to 10, something like that. Do you get it now? So, but of course you deliver, you did more than the other people as well. So, but please, yeah, I'm expecting you to, yeah, in that presentation, what I don't know what happened, right? What, yeah. So you didn't do more than what I'm expecting you because I've seen previous one that you've done before, right? But you've kind of sell yourself short, unfortunately, on this on this occasion, right? So and I know that I believe that you add more or you have more to give, but you did not give it. Do you get it now? And to be honest, it's also not good or is terrible, right? When you know that when you go for an interview, I should have done better, but I didn't do that. Do you get it now? So this is what I felt anyway, that yeah, no, Jack should do more than what I saw. That do you get it now? But having said that, your chat ans was great. Okay. Maybe that would give you some credit anyway. So it was great. The 12 questions that you answer were brilliant anyway, so which I think is good. But your artifacts were, I was expecting more from you. You are one of those that I should be tired to get artifacts. To say, okay, you got 1,000 artifacts and everything. I was expecting that anyway, but I didn't see that anyway. But it's also good as well. So well done on that aspect. Yeah. So yeah, moving on. So moving on to Olanrewaju. Olanrewaju. Okay, so one thing that I can say in terms of your profile or professional summary, if this is a professional summary, you need to add more. Actually, it's not, yeah, this would not fly, right? Of course, as I said, remove the pronoun as well. This will not fly at all. Anyway, it's below par, to be honest. So you need to look into that anyway. So I would encourage you to, yeah, have a good review of that anyway, and then improve that. Okay. And yeah, except from the, yeah, professional summary, I think your tags were good anyway. So well done on that. In that, yeah. Okay. Another thing that I want to say about your professional survey, because I had this in my comment anyway. So Excel and Miro should be in capital letter. So don't put them in lowercase. Okay. So ensure that they are in capital letter anyway. So yeah, moving on to your project. So you've kind of put a, yeah, I like the fact that you added a lot of screenshots anyway. So which I think is good on what you did. Yeah. So, and sprint by sprint. I think this cover up for the one that you did, the profile summary, that's not, yeah, what I was expecting. So which is good. Then another thing, your user journey mapping. Okay. So and yeah, well done on what you've done, is a good try. So which is good. But bear in mind, you need to use a, I'm not sure whether you use Visio for it or you just kind of, yeah, if you had used Visio, Visio has got a connection arrow, right? That will connect the arrow with the button. But your arrows are kind of all over the place, not properly arranged. So next time, use the connection arrow that would fit in properly, right? And some of the arrows can even bend, and yeah, so you need to use those ones anyway. So, but yeah. So, and moreover, user journey, I'm not sure it's a user journey that you are trying to do or process map. That's another thing. So, but yeah, the biggest thing I can say is those arrows. Sometimes when I look at them, I say, no, this is not good. But however, I like your wireframes. The wireframe is good. So well done on that. I think it shows that that might be your strong area. Anyway, it's a good wire. You've already put a lot of good wireframes there anyway, so which I think is good. And one thing I also want to say, yeah, because one, you said non-functional requirements for the sprint. So this is very, very important, because when people, I know later, as even though I've already put a comment there, so what is non-functional, right? Later, I got what you are talking about, because someone also mentioned that anyway. So guys, because in the first sprint, I think there's some requirements that are not fully done, right? By the fact that maybe the label is there, but you cannot click on it, right? Don't call it non-functional, right? Because non-functional is a different terminology in IT, right? Non-functional requirement means requirement that's not part of the functional requirement, or that maybe that's tautology anyway. But technically, the requirements that are not part of the main requirements, that something like speed, something like security, but they are not part of those that you are looking for. To be honest, when you are talking about, I thought, yeah, even maybe the next time we do this internship, we would actually give them non-functional requirements so that they know how to undo that as well anyway. So even in the internship, things every time we learn from this and we get it better anyway. So that's why we don't do the same internship the same way actually. it's totally going to be different. Like for next one, right? I'm even thinking, yeah, we are not going to do SharePoint. Instead of SharePoint, we are going to do what's it called? We are going to do Dynamics within the internship. It's going to be interesting anyway. So yeah, so that's why I'm advising even those guys in the going to advance. Of course, you have opportunity to come and do it within the internship anyway. So, but yeah, so non-functional requirement is not that the requirement is not functioning. So please don't get that mixed up anyway. So yeah, there's non-functional requirement like performance, like load, all those things that are not functional. So bear that in mind. So don't say because the application is not working, then it's not functional. So yeah. So except from that, I think it's good. So milestone, I like that. So brilliant, and also uh the process map that you added. So yeah, so and to be honest, the presentation is good. To be honest, I think it's really, really good. So the glossary is also good as well. So yeah, so I love what you've done. So well done on that aspect, Olaniwaju. Yeah. So coming on to the next person, Opeyemi. 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 So yeah, for Opeyemi, right? So your content is good, right? So I would say well done on that aspect. A good content, a very good one. So I'm impressed with that anyway. So in terms of what you put in there, I can see. So the only thing that I can say, you started a little loose in your presentation, right? You need to be firm, hold on onto it, or be bullish with your presentation, okay? So, and I can say that anyway, in when you are presenting, yeah. So it's really, really good to kind of ensure that you started uh on a high note. Do you get it now? So, but later I think you kind of pick up, which I think is good. So, and I would say please don't start flat, okay? Yeah. So, but except from that, yeah, going on was it get better, right? So, and yeah, as a keyway, I think Lisa, I also saw that you also mentioned non-functional websites. So as a keyway, even if I'm able to kind of uh, accept it from the BAs. No, I wouldn't accept from anyone anyway. So you should know. But of course, I've already addressed it anyway. So non-functional website doesn't mean that the website is non-functional. So you're talking about requirement that's non-functional. Please bear that in mind anyway. So except from that, so I think the artifacts were good anyway. So as a keyway, we should know, I think, of course, hold on. I just want to cross-check that properly. Okay, no, sorry. Yeah, BA. Okay. All right. So yeah, of course, even with that, I wouldn't, yeah. So just bear in mind that it's not functional. It's not that with website isn't working. But except from that, I think the user story were good, I would say, because yeah, so which is brilliant, I can see, and the wireframe also brilliant. So and yeah, so and even though I said that you could do better in terms of delivery, when it gets to the technical part, you are one of the best one anyway. So in terms of the wireframes anyway, so and I love those wireframes that you added. In fact, you said you did 16 wireframe. Well done on that. So do you get it now? Because you have to get your hand dirty on this one. So I like the story about the paper anyway. So which I think is good. So but maybe I should share this quickly as a form of feedback anyway. So okay, so let's quickly see this story quickly so that we can learn from it. anyway. It's not that clear, but I think it might make sense to someone. So in here, I like this. This is good anyway. So well done on that aspect, the invalid scenario, which I think is good. But and when you come here, this is still a when clause because you are when is actions. That's what you need to know. So giving is a precondition. When is actions? I click, I do this, I do that. Then when you come back to the fact that message is displayed, right? That is not an action. That's a validation. Do you get it now? Right. Even you can as well, this is in between. You can, even if you put a when there, and then I am directed back to, do you get it now? So I would actually, yeah, then I'm unable to confirm the entry. Do you get it now? So from here, I will put it then clause because from here going on is a validation, right? And then coming there, a message display showing unfinished is display. All this, it's easy for QA to just forget about it, right? But however, there are valid information that you can put in your then clause. Yeah, a message display, then a message display, or and the message says blah, blah. So all those you can also put in your then clause into the then clause anyway. So if you can do that, so yeah. So okay, except from that, I think I love what you added, so which I think that are really, really good. So well done on that aspect. So yeah. So okay. So moving on to the next person is Patricia Agabulo. Okay, Patricia Agabulo. So okay. All right. So this is also this is good anyway. So I can, of course, you actually separated your profile summary from the other reports anyway. So, but this is good. I love the profile summary, but I could say that you can look into that and improve it anyway. So there might be some typo in some that I have. Of course, remove the I, or even the I and the have is kind of together anyway. So yeah, look into that aspect. And of course, yeah, if it's a pitch, it's fine because you're just going to kind of say it. You're not going to put on your CV job, but look out for typos anyway. So if you can, anyway. So okay. So aside from that, in terms of the report, yeah, I think it was good anyway. So yeah, so and okay, one thing I put here is I like the checkout page, right? I just added that I like the fact that you understood my request and you brought it to life with that. So, and even though, yeah, right now I'm trying to think, why did I add that? But it just shows that you did the right thing. Like from the screenshot that you added, it shows that even that's what I was asking for, and you are able to deliver it. So well done on that aspect. So, and that is really, really impressive. And the wireframe, I like the wireframe for the team charter was good because I think okay. I think you see okay, the wireframe was good anyway, and also the user story was also good anyway. So well done on that aspect. So and the only thing that I can say is the shopping cart, which can be improved, right? Yeah, first, the long reach logo. We said it several times that you don't need to put the logo there. What you need to put is just the representation of the logo, right? And also the continuous shopping part. I don't, yeah, I don't think you actually did a good job on that, on the one with the pound sign and everything. So yeah, so just watch out for that anyway. So, but and yeah, so except from that, yeah, so well done on the other aspects. So that was good. I think the major highlight is the checkout page and also paper payment option. Yeah. Um page, which I think is good because those ones are really technical anyway. So and you're able to address it like that. So which I think is good. So I'm impressed anyway. So okay. And also, yeah, the other document that you provided were also good as well. So, and yeah, and also even on chat terms, they were also good. Well done on that. Yeah, really impressive. Yeah. Okay, next person is Rose Adewale. Okay, and yeah, this is what I added on. So this is one of the people that actually showed their slide while sharing the screen, right? What I mean by that? Yeah. Jimmy, can you be muted, please? Thank you. I've muted you, please. Okay, so sometimes when people share their screen, right, their slide is not showing yet, right? So you would kind of then start to share the screen. It's a good practice when you are sharing your screen to first ensure that you are on slideshow, right? Then you now share your screen so that what they see is the slideshow, right? So this is very, very good. And that's what she did. So, and a very animated slide as well. So well done on that aspect. So, and I like the I like the content, right? It's good, right? So which I think is the content is good, and also the transferable skills that is also brilliant anyway. So you just have to kind of what will how will I say now, to beware, right? So that your career in HR does not overshadow the one for the business analysis. That's the only thing I want to say, right? Of course, you know what I'm talking about because sometimes you might be carried away and start talking about HR. Of course, yeah, it's really good because that's your previous role. And of course, you want to then come back to let them know that right now you are the new BA in town. So, and this is what you could do and everything. But of course, your previous experience is also very important, but you cannot deliver it very well. So and that's good. So, and the fact that you, yeah, said what sets you apart is your ability to blend HR management, business analyst proficiency, which I think is good. So, and you're able to motivate that anyway. So, well done on that aspect. So, and yeah, also you asked us a question, what do you want to bring to the table? So I think this is really an inspiring pitch. I would say one of the best, and not only with presentation, but the content as well, the layout, the structure, it's really, really good. So well done on that aspect. So, and the only thing I want to say is the word JIRA. I want to believe that there's a slip of tongue. I think you mentioned it, Giro or something like that. Maybe just a slip of tongue anyway. So just bear that in mind in terms of that pronunciation anyway. So it's Jira anyway, it's not Giro. Yeah. So, and then on Chatterns, yeah, well done on what you've done, and also item on the board, user stories as well. I love the uh wireframes that you presented. That was good. And yeah, to be honest, the highlight of this is the payment gateway. I love this one. This is really, really good. So, and it just shows that it is really, really detailed anyway. So, and hold on, let me. It just shows that it is really, really detailed. Not only that, right? You have got different scenarios with that as well. So, which I think is really, really good. So it just shows you've actually mastered the craft of writing user story and acceptance criteria. So well done. Very, very impressive. One thing I want you to bear in mind, right? So by putting all this in a user story, right, you might set your development team to fall, right? Because these are a lot. They become an epic, right? If you are having a story like this, try as much as possible to break them down. Maybe put them in one scenarios for one PBIs anyway, because even card decline is could be one story on its own. Then yeah, security could be one on its own. Do you get now? But this is a good story. So well done. I'm really, really impressed about this one. So okay. So okay, I think I've mentioned that. So and the mind map is also okay. Anyway, even though I won't use a mind map like that anyway, but I'll use a different application, right? So Miro is one that you can use rather than this one. I don't know the two that you use for this anyway, but yeah, next time maybe yeah, use Miro. So okay, that is good. So well done on that anyway. So I can say this is one of the best anyway as well in terms of what you've done. Yeah. So well done. Okay, next person is Ogini Shedrack. Okay, Shedrack. Okay, Shadrach, okay. First thing, right? So your presentation was good anyway. Strong summary, actually, right, which I think is good anyway. So, but like I said before, right? So, for instance, you said result-driven business analysis with, sorry, result-driven business analyst with 3 month experience in blah 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 blah. So I will just remove the month. I say results-driven business analyst with experience in analyzing that, then you continue like that. So removing the number of months anyway. So if that is fine. So so Microsoft Office, right, should be two word. Azure should be capital. Okay. Azure should be capital anyway, but there's nothing like Azure methodology, right? Unless you are talking about agile methodology, there's nothing. Azure is a cloud or Azure DevOps. So yeah, please bear that in mind. So nothing like Azure methodology anyway. And yeah, so yeah, PBI for SharePoint was good anyway. Wireframe, yeah, was also good as well. So well done on that aspect. So and yeah, backlog is good. So the same way I was talking to other people as well. So bear in mind, yes, this additional information that we are adding. Yeah. So and in your own case, additional information, AC, I don't know. So when people say AC1, AC2, AC3, these are certain criteria. It's like saying scenario one, scenario two. I want to do something like that. Scenario one, the container must be full with. Then of course, after scenario one, after that, you need to have given when then for that scenario, right? So then AC2, right? The left column must consist of image. So you need to now say, given I am on blah, when I do this, and the left column must contain that. Do you get? So it's not just to list it like that. Every scenario should have a certain criteria. Do you get it now? So you want to do that. So, and the same thing with this one. So for instance, this can be scenario one, and you put the title at the top. Then you do scenario two, you put given when then. Hope that's clear. And I've seen that in other people as well. So please bear that in mind, please. Yeah. Okay, so I've mentioned the fact that I don't appreciate having colored in your logo anyway. So yes, bear that in mind. Initiation document for long reach is okay. So yeah, Chartans, yeah, you put CHN, right? There's no N in that anyway, so bear that in mind. Yeah, by and large, that also is a good one. But for you, right? Because I know, yeah, so I'm expecting you to have done, yeah, better than that. But it was a strong delivery anyway. So well done. So I'm really, really impressed with that. Yeah. So moving on to the next person is Temi Shadari. Temi. So, okay. Yeah, okay. All right. So when it comes to you, right? Yeah. To be honest, I on my note I just put wow right in your elevator pitch. Wow with capital letter and three exclamation. So you know that means this is exceptional. This is excellent. Thus far, I can say, and I want to give this to you. Well done. I think you should pat yourself at the back for what you've done. The content is exceptional, is excellent, and also the delivery also as well. So, though when you talk about elevator pitch, this is wonderful. But when you talk about having to put it in your professional summary, of course, it's too much anyway. So it's too detailed. So, and to be honest, I say if in those era that I do give scholarship for free like that before this one, so you will be one of those. I'll say, okay, yeah, I want to see you in advance tomorrow. Yeah. So there you go. But so this is really, really good. I'm really, really impressed to be honest. So, and to be honest, I really, yeah, so that your head will not swell too much anyway. So let me keep my mouth shut, but you've done very, very well. You've done, and not as in even the delivery was good. You know, your BA internship journey and everything. I like that in terms of my map. It was good, and the project as well. So which was good, and the Actifad, the grocery. Yeah, it was good anyway. So I would say, yeah, well done on that aspect. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, well done. So then next person is Oluwole Akinpelu. Okay, so yeah, this another detailed pitch, highly commended to be honest. So and yeah, of course, you didn't show the slides. You actually went through by yourself, which I think is really, really great. Is commendable anyway. So well done. And only that, or you also maybe you are also using your mind map for that anyway. I don't know because you've already done a mind map for yourself, which I think is really, really good anyway. So in terms of the project, well done. Yeah, you did 8 user stories anyway. So created it. Yeah, you are one of those that I actually follow this step I ask them to do, right? Putting the number of user stories, wireframe that we've written. And so I think, yeah, so to be honest, your presentation was good and I love it anyway. So I would say, yeah, you are one of those one that will rank at the top anyway. So yeah, so we're done. Okay, so next person. Next person is Adeolu. Oh, no, who's that? Sorry. Who's this? Wow. Okay, all right. So yeah, so the next person, yeah, I think I mentioned about Wale, so was really great one anyway. So well done for that. So the next person is Osa Gio Defe. Osa, okay. So yeah, so yeah, like I wrote here, this is a great elevator pitch and could pass as a summary, but I love the end of it. Yeah, which I think is good. So yeah, the summary, the end of the presentation was good anyway. So well done on that. So yeah, and yeah, the elevator pitch was good. So well done. And also the table was good as well. So you went to story done so far. So um, so this is SM. So well done on that aspect. So and the wireframes. Yeah. Yeah, of course, you show some artifacts anyway. The posting were great. The screenshots have been done without. Okay, yeah. And one thing I found in some of the presentation, I need to note it here anyway. So some people saw the same mistakes anyway. When you are doing screenshot, ensure that you only do screenshot of the application that you are doing, right? Don't do screenshot of the whole screen, right? With your taskbar showing, right? And I think Uzo actually mentioned this yesterday. Yeah, I also put it in my note as well. So yeah, so it will be good to just screenshot what you the the application that you want people to see anyway. Um, so yeah, I can see, okay, you put some screenshot in there, which I think is good anyway. So yeah, well done. This is also is a great one, but this could be there's with little improvement. I think that you can do better on that anyway. So okay, all right. I'm gonna show this quickly. All right, so apologies. So I'm just taking my time. Sorry. Okay, all right. So like this one now, right? So in there, when you do your site links, okay. So when you come here, you said the site link menu is not functional, right? So and that is not the case anyway. Non-functional, you need to be watchful. Like I said, you would say it's not clickable is better than non-functional. Non-functional means that it's not working. The fact that you can see it on the page, right, is the function, right, and miss is functional, right. So, but it's not clickable because that is in itself is a function, is what they need to be, is what they ask, isn't it? So just bear that in mind anyway. So if you don't mind, okay. So yeah, but having said that, so well done also for that. So okay, so moving on to the next person is Okewo. Okewo, I'm not sure. I think you're in Nigeria, and yeah, okay. Okewo, this is great to be honest. So this is So even though the tools and the buzzword were missing in the pitch, but it's actually still good as well. So the only thing I can say is like, okay, look at your pitch again, put some tools that you use, and also put some buzzword for your roles, if that's okay. So you can, yeah, it will be better if you add those ones anyway. So the vision is okay, the goals is fine, your screenshots for chat are good as well. So it shows that you've kind of done some work on that. So, and I've got some questions anyway. When you're doing the presentation, you said waterfall has clear structure, and I just need you to kind of read over the difference between waterfall and agile more, right? So that yeah, you're not confused anyway. So if that is fine. So because clear structure, I get what you are trying to say, but using that terminology, I don't buy it to be honest. So that's the only thing anyway. So yeah, so but except from that, I think the rest is okay. All right. So and the case study, the Gantt chart is good anyway. I love that to be honest. Like I said the last time, I think the ADM presentation for last Monday were good. I think this is also brilliant anyway. So well done on that one. So I'm really impressed with what you've done anyway. So yeah, I love your work ethic. It's good. So of course, like I said, I want to see you in advance anyway. So yeah, so well done. Even though I think you came in a little late, where things already kind of settled down, you are able to kind of quickly adapt into the system, and yeah, and you did very well. So well done on that. It's impressive. Yeah. So moving on to Adesola Ali. Okay. One thing about this is one of the one I also like in terms of stories. I used to tell you that, yeah, stories sell, right? So you need to have a good story. I like a narrative about a previous role and also how she was able to add the transition, right? Even though it might be a little too long, right? You might have dwell more on the previous role than the new role, but just watch that area. But I like the transition from the customer service into your present role. But just bear in mind that I don't dwell too much on that aspect anyway. But that was good anyway. So, but another thing that I want you to watch out for is talking more about your university experience more than the project. So that's another thing that you need to. It's okay to say, oh, I've used this, but saying, oh, in school I use this, I don't think, yeah, I have experience in this, I have experience in this. Whether you did it in school or you didn't, don't, yeah, you don't need to say, okay, I use this in school or something like that. That's one thing I want to give you as feedback anyway. So and yeah, aside from that, the stakeholder matrix is good. The chat answer was also brilliant as well. So well done, impressive to be honest. So and I like what you've done anyway. So to be honest, and I like how you also finished as well. So I like the finish part. I like the quote. Yeah, a problem is a mere opportunity in disguise. Yeah, maybe I'll borrow that anyway. But that is a strong delivery. So well done for that. Yeah, impressive. Yeah. Okay. All right. So next person is Miracle. All right. So yeah, Miracle. Yeah, your delivery could be improved anyway. So and because I believe that you can do better than what you did anyway. So you need also to believe in what you are saying and also make it believable. Right. I need to believe on what you are saying. The presentation look as if it's a bit deflated anyway, right? In some instances. So, and you just need to watch that anyway. So, and so the summary also, yeah, you need to a bit to look into. I like the fact that, yeah, you spoke about the electronic background and also how it relates to complex technical solutions and everything, which is good anyway. So, and you just need to own it anyway, dwell more on your role, right? And the skills that is related for your role as well as the tool that do you get it now? So those are the things that I want you to know more, right? So aside from that, your presentation was good anyway. So in terms of your role as a ADM, I think was really brilliant anyway. So well done on that. So but watch out for some typo within your report anyway. So and I can yeah look into that. So and yeah, so I think it's yeah, it could be improved, but you did very well anyway. So I'm also impressed with that anyway. Yeah, so well done, Miracle. So next person is Onome. Okay. Onome. Um yeah, yeah, well. Okay, Onome. Okay, so okay, all right. So So, to be honest, in terms of presentation, right? Of course, yeah, project manager is good anyway. So I like the presentation. I like the layout of the PowerPoint. If not the best, I think this is one of the best PowerPoint presentation and how you also did your elevator pitch. I think, yeah, previously we normally use this. Yeah, what's it called? persona, right? So I think it's maybe this is what you also did, is basically writing your elevator piece as a persona, which I think is good. Is another way to present this, where I'm really, really happy with what you've done. So, but one thing, I'm not sure that you need to put the number of years in there. I've mentioned this before. Anyway, so well done, right? Though I want to hear more about the tool that you've used anyway, but you put a lot of buzzwords anyway. So, but it was a great delivery. So very, very impressive anyway. So, and also the Chatterns as well. So yeah, the process, sorry, I say process map, the SWOT analysis and the likes and the risk identifications, the WBS, yeah, was important. Yeah. And I think was really, really good. And I love because you were detailed in that anyway, and also the task that was completed and the book that you reviewed, you added those as well, and also went into Azure DevOps and also the project brief. So I think, yeah, this is good anyway. So though I don't know how that relates to, okay, that's fine anyway. So I wanted to say, okay, yeah, of course you did the process map with using Visio as well, so which I think is fine, and the Gantt chart. So I think this is one, yeah, this is another great one as well. So well done, Onome, for that. Yeah. So and next person is Catherine. Yeah. Catherine, okay. So, okay. All right. So, yeah, when you first started, right, I was a bit confused. I thought, oh, is she a BA or is she what's it about? Later, I think, yeah, you are a PM anyway. So, oh, no, no. Okay, now I remember. I think not that I was confused. I was actually asking myself, would you have been a better BA than project manager? That is a question I want you to also ask yourself, right? That, yeah, do I want to be a BA or do I want to be a PM? But looking at your profile, and I love, okay, because you've done a project administration before, and you think, yeah, maybe that might also serve as a great so make you a great candidate for project management though. Okay, but your presentation was great, very bold and also strong pitch. Okay, and in my note I said this is the best thus far anyway. So as you can see, there are a lot of presentation before you, but at this time, right, you were the best. You were the best anyway. And also, yeah, you add a distinction in accounting. You need to be proud of that anyway, flaunt it anyway. So even at interviews, you'll be able to say, yeah, you are actually employing the best of the best. Yeah, you are the best in what you do. So why I was saying that, why not BA, right? So is the fact that for an as accountant, you will see a lot of roles as a BA, financial analyst, which is also a BA, right? So to be honest, that's another thing. If you want to consider that, you might also look into that because as an accountant, there are a lot of accountants on the platform as a BA as well, anyway, because you see some project that they are looking for accountant to do the BA for it anyway. So, and even in Dynamics, there's a what's the F&O basically is completely accounting from application. Those are accounting application. They are looking for someone with a accounting background anyway. So, but of course, if you have an accounting background and you also become a project manager in that particular field, it's something that they will be looking for anyway. But well done for that. So, and yeah, so and also your chat terms was good as well. So, and yeah. So I think they've mentioned the fact that, yeah, in terms of collaboration with your attendance tracker, yeah, you should display the right one anyway. So, and one thing I want to say, right, maybe you might know yourself or not, that's another thing. you started very well, but you kind of get a bit loose at the end, right? I don't know whether it's the pressure that you are feeling or not. Do you get it now? But even like I said at the beginning, I said, best, wow, I was even I've already kind of put you high, but eventually we're like, okay, feeling the nerves and everything. Yeah. But even with that, I think he's still one of the best anyway. So I would say well done because at the end you picked up, right? And maybe you need to do more presentation to get more confidence. Okay. Yeah. And I believe that you has the ability, you may just need a little push or encouragement here and there anyway. So, but that was a great one anyway. So yeah. So well done. Yeah. So and okay. Okay. So next person, Damilare Omolere. Okay. Damilare Omolere. Yeah. Profile statement. Uh, Yeah, it's okay anyway. I could pass that. So, but I know it could be improved anyway. So you put a lot of things there anyway, so which I think is good. And so profile summary is okay. Well, it's brilliant. Okay. So and yeah, you lesson length, like I said, I didn't ask for lesson length, right? So that's one anyway. So joining to brilliant project management. Oh, that one, I don't know whether that question comes anyway, but that's fine. This is the first time I seen that. Then, yeah, you also said you did the 7 habits of brilliance, yeah, which is basically from the book that you did anyway. So, and then the tools as well. Yeah, so, to be honest, this is below average presentation, I would say. So, I might need to review this anyway. So, and because this is not what I'm expecting. This is not great for me actually, right? So, and you might need to kind of review that again if you really want to graduate because I would not, yeah, this is not flying at all actually. This is below what I'm expecting, right? Anyway, so unfortunately this is a no anyway. Okay, it's not, yeah. Uh, okay. All right. So moving on to, yeah, that one was for, okay, I don't know. Yeah, Damilare Omolere. So you have to at least redo this presentation, redo this report for me if you would need to graduate anyway. So, okay. Notice some. Thank you. So, okay. So, and the next person is Esiso. Yeah, Esiso. Right. So, all right. So for Esiso, yeah, I think even starting from the elevator pitch, actually, you need to watch out for typo. That is first thing. Watch out for the typo. There are a lot of eyes in there. Yeah. So yeah. So you need to watch out for that. So I would have preferred a different template for at least for the front page because the one that you chose actually the image is covering the text anyway, so it's sometimes difficult to read them, right? So and also to look at you look at your name, right? In time of your CV, you Oluwafunmilola or something. I don't know which one you want to bear anyway. So yeah, you need to look at that. So having said that, so moving to the next screen, it was better. Your presentation get better. So as you go along, delivery was better. So I would say the content was rich. I can see that lot of buzzwords in there. So which I think is good. So well done on that. So, but however, some of the artifacts that you added were done by the team. Okay, so yeah, but this is individual. So presentation, and then the chat answer was good. But bear in mind, yeah, like I said, you are one of those that did the screenshot of the whole page, even your Gmail email was showing, and even the web page that you visited were also showing. It just shows, yeah, that is not professional presented anyway. Your tax bar was showing, but however, the contents were good anyway. So I want to say well done on that aspect. Yeah. So and yeah, the project was good. Okay. So yeah, so yeah, you added some tags that were done in the class, but I was expecting things that you did yourself. But you kept on saying we did this, we did that. But I was interested in what you did anyway. So, but bear that in mind. But I would say, yeah, of course, with the effort that you put in there, yeah, that I would pass this one anyway. So well done on that. Yeah. So okay. Next person is Temilorun Feyishayo. Okay, so I love your analogy, right? I love your story, good story, which I think is fine. But okay, it was really, really good anyway. So well done on that aspect. And I love how you've kind of played with numbers as well in terms of the experience, which I think is good anyway. So which I think is, yeah, so well done on that aspect. So, but one thing I want to say, you said during the analogy, you mentioned markets. I don't know whether it's Nigerian market or supermarkets. Bear that in mind anyway. But one thing that I love the delivery. You owned the talk anyway. You owned it, which I think is fine. So, but and also you talk normally, and yeah. So okay, and rather than reading it like the other people were reading the slide and everything, so which I think is good. So well done. So this is a cool and collected presentation, right? So technically, when they say someone owned the stage, and this is you actually owned that particular stage that time that you presented. So, and I can say I'm really, really happy with what you did presented. And to be honest, there was no rush. The tempo was also great. A lot of artifacts you added was great as well. So, and though at the end the presentation could have been improved, but I think it's fine anyway. So you've actually kind of did a good presentation anyway. So well done on that aspect. Very, very impressive. I like that anyway. So okay. So well done. All right. So because I wanted to finish the scrum on the project managers, all right. So we might have to postpone it in the next one if that's okay. But to be honest, if you guys want to do it today, I've done it up to midnight before, but someone already advised me that yeah, if I say it's 11, it's 11. I've already passed